best of my ability.
Absolutely.
I'm a Kiwi, so Canadians and Kiwis are quite similar.
Okay.
We both have immediate country as listeners.
Okay,
You're not filming it, are you? All right. Okay, we're with Thomas Stroll, who's overall GC winner for Tour de Phuket. So stage 3, Thomas, talk us through that. That was a bit hairy and scary, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a fast race right from the gun. Lots of fun. My team did a lot of work at the front, so I was just kind of tucked in. But in the last 5K, I had to kind of step it up and go to the front myself and do some work.
Well, well, Darren and I were covering the breakaway at that stage, and we were giving time gaps. So we weren't trying to destroy your lead or anything, by the way. But we were being courteous and giving a time gap.
Absolutely.
At one stage, we think it was around a minute.
Okay.
And it was only by gauging, looking back on the long straightaways and doing a bit of a figuring out what that would be.
Okay.
So you had a considerable gap to chase down with the team, because I think I saw Ben Farnsworth on the front and a number of your team, but slowly but surely they all got spent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they worked so hard the last 2 days, so I couldn't have done over a GC without them, so it's an absolute team effort.
Yep.
But they gave it their all today, but I had to do the last little bit, the last 2 or 3K. Nobody was going, so I had to make the move, and I did about a 2K pull coming into the last 3. And I just had to close as much as I can.
Yeah. So that's the true mark of someone who deserves to wear a GC Tour Leaders jersey, in that you had to defend it and to the end. And to the end, it was even at the while your team was spent, but you still had to give it everything. So congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
Now you're new to Singapore. Tell us where you're from.
So I'm from Canada. I just moved to Singapore in October of last year, and I'm on a bit of a work assignment right now, so a temporary move to Singapore at this point.
So when you walk out the door in the morning in Singapore, are you surprised that you don't have to shovel snow?
Definitely. I actually really appreciate that, because right now it would be winter and I wouldn't be able to cycle, so really appreciate that I can go outside every day and get on my bike, so I really love that.
Well, talking with Dan Smith yesterday, the spiritual leader of the Matadors, Dan was delighted to have you in the team, because it's, in many ways, it's taken a very good team into a great team, as evident in this race with how many of the folks were on the GC or certainly on the podium. So I think you were kind of like the catalyst that sparked that off. No pressure though. But yeah, he's speaking very highly of what you've done in and around the team and just helping everyone to lift as well.
Yeah, no, to be honest, so I don't know if you know a bit about back. I'm very new to cycling, so I've only been cycling for about 8 or 9 months now, and just loving it. And I think I'm just motivated and hungry, and I think that's just radiating to my teammates. So it's just bringing that energy into training every day, and on our team rides and local group rides, and just getting the boys to just kind of step up their level. So I think it's a real team effort, but I feel like we're all just bringing more energy than we ever have before.
So tell me, you've got a very seriously good cycling engine. What was the background to that from a sporting point of view?
So I was a sprint canoeist for about 10 years. Really pursued going to the Olympics. Had my sights set on Rio in 2016 and even potentially Tokyo 2020. But after Olympic trials in 2015, I was sitting about 6th in Canada, and in our sport we only had 1 quota for the Olympics. So knowing kind of my position and potential career opportunities, I decided to step away from the sport. Took 2 or 3 years off, and then just found cycling late last year. So yeah.
Right, what hurts more, canoeing or cycling? What hurts more?
Different, but I'd never gone into 2-3 hours of exercising before. I raced for roughly 4 minutes, so it's very different. Both painful in their own respect, but I think I enjoy the pain of cycling a little bit more.
Very nice. Well, we're so glad to have you in this part of the world, and congratulations, but particularly for someone who's fairly new to the sport. Our cameraman Darren to my right is new to the sport, and also shows a lot of potential as well. So I think that is an inspiration to a lot of new riders as well.
Yeah,
so congrats on the GC win.
Thank you.
And congrats to Matadors. We'll grab Dan Smith in a minute for an interview as well. Well done. Cheers.